college golf at the University of Pittsburgh back in the day and grew up caddying at the prestigious Oaklawn Country Club in Pittsburgh. And even at age 79, his rounds are still in and out of the 70s. For an entire month, we played 5 to 6 days a week, and I went from a first round of 140 something to a best round of 97 just within that month. During this month, I received a fitting nickname from my grandpa's friends, Hound Dog, because I quote unquote sniff out the golf balls. It probably came from my trips into the woods in between shots, where I would come out with handfuls of golf balls. I never found enough golf balls during the round, so when I got home, I would take the dog out and spend hours more finding than cleaning golf balls, which I sold or brought home to shout into my woods. While my golf and ball finding skills increased, my grandpa also instilled the character of the game into my daily round. As Arnold Palmer once said, success in golf depends less on strength of body than more of strength on mind and character. After that month of fun with my grandparents, I came back to Virginia and was hit by the fact that golf was too expensive a sport to play in a family of 5 kids who all played other sports. I was already committing time to baseball, basketball, swimming, and tennis. My grandpa had a solution, however. Thanks to his time spent volunteering at the World Golf Hall of Fame, he found out that the First Tee headquarters was at the World Golf Village. We found a chapter about 20 minutes away and joined for free, which seemed unheard of at the time. This program taught golf just like my grandpa did, stressing character and golf skills at the same time. 7 years of commitment later, I played 11 holes at Congressional Country Club with Jordan Spieth, attended the President's Cup ceremony at the White House and met President Obama, and played Pebble Beach with some of golf's greatest legends. Since the spring, I've also had the opportunity to volunteer at the new First Tee program at Laurel Hill Golf Club. It is an awesome thing to be able to help kids that were once in my shoes and remind them that I still am one of them. And if they stick to the program, they will also be on TV someday burning number 7 at Pebble Beach. It has been a real blessing working with these kids. However, I would not be blessed with any of these opportunities if it wasn't for a few people in particular. For about 6 of the 7 years, my parents drove me around the metro area between classes and fun events. They supported me all the way through right now and even followed me down to Pebble Beach for the First Tee Open, where I finished tied 14th after making the cut with my pro playing partner, John Vanderbilt. Over at Laurel Hill Golf Club, a good friend who I met playing at Trump National, Gino Rico, always offered himself and the golf course to my disposal. Whenever I needed help on my golf swing, I'd come up to him and say, "Mr. Rico, this thing's not feeling right." He'd come up to me, put his hand on my shoulder, and say, "Drew, the first thing you gotta know to get better, you're not good at golf." Over at the First Tee of the Greater Washington, D.C. chapter, a few people stand out from the others. Coach Clint, Coach Michael, and Coach Katie have been a major part of my First Tee journey. Coach Clint was either a guy in the background inviting me to amazing events, or he was out with me on his home course, Woodmore Country Club, having fun and helping me with my game. Coach Katie drove me both to and from First Tee classes so that I could sharpen my life skill knowledge and work on my game. She also chaperoned for numerous events such as the First Tee Open over in California. Last but not least, Coach Michael buzzed my phone weekly asking about my availability so that we could go over the range and work on my swing, talk about life, or go out on the course. Yes, these coaches are all working full-time, and Coach Michael and Coach Clint both have families, yet they still find a way to fit me into their schedules. Without these 3 individuals' generosity, mentorship, and most importantly, friendship, I would not be playing golf and would not have met all the amazing people possible to expand our program and inspire more kids to grow in character and the game of golf. The first tee of the Greater Washington, D.C. is now reaching more than 1,000 kids in the D.C. and Northern Virginia area per year. This is a huge accomplishment and would not have been possible without the amazing support that our donors give to the chapter. Jack Nicklaus once said, "A kid grows up a lot faster on the golf course. Golf teaches you how to behave." Thank you for joining me on this special night.
Congratulations, Jim. And don't let him sell himself short. There are a few more birdies than just on number 7. He played very well. He made our chapter proud. And I kid you not, he was part of leading his team to a 14th place finish in the Open this year. So good job, Chris. All right. So we got a few more things to do, Nats fans. We're going to get this done in time for first pitch. I promise you we're almost there. Bear with me. We got some more important people to talk about. The trophy table's empty. There are a few more folks we have to recognize. To get that started, I'd like to bring up Jack Hardiman, our chairman, to talk about our first scholarship program. Jack?
Thank you, Mike. Before I recognize someone who's given us a recent scholarship, let me just reiterate what I said earlier. Thanks to all of you for coming and supporting us. You've seen from the testimonials tonight why we do this, what we do, and how important it is. And thanks to all the clubs represented. Each of you has contributed in a variety of ways. International, terrific what you've done and the way that you've made that happen. Columbia, Chevy Chase have made their courses available and their instructors available. Argyle is an important part of Montgomery County. A variety of other clubs have had our people out to play in country clubs that they probably never thought in their wildest dreams they would ever see. And to play with their juniors and to watch these young people bond together. So thanks to all the clubs and thanks to all of you. But now, you know, there is another element to this. This doesn't just happen. There is a cost associated with it. So thanks for your financial contributions. And next year, not signed, done yet, but next year, the first tee of Greater Washington will not only encompass Northern Virginia, but will also include Montgomery County. So, that's a great expansion for us. Pat Price, if you're here tonight, Pat's been the chairman of that forever. We're happy to include them and to work with them and to put them under our umbrella. But I got to tell you, it means it's more expensive to run our chapter. So all of you, tell your friends that it's a good investment. Now you've heard testimonials. Let me offer you one tonight. You all know, I think you know, if you don't, you haven't been playing much golf around here. You know Dave King. Dave King has won more tournaments, my guess, than anybody in this room. I know he's played in more tournaments than anybody in this room. He conducts tournaments, and he is a great friend of the first tee. And I want to tell you that tonight, Dave King, who in the past has contributed $20,000 for scholarships for our first tee participants, has re-upped for another $10,000 for scholarships. We raised 50 for this, and here's another 10, that's 60. Thank you for your help.
We've got some other folks that have also chipped in and started scholarship funds who are helping our participants continue their education. The Young Professionals Council $10,000 in scholarship funds in 2016 through their golf marathon. Let's give all our young professionals a hand. And a great group of folks who come together in DC not just to play golf, but to network and to do some good work. The District Golf Foundation, led by Theo Slagle, Baker Elmore, and John Mansour, have put up $10,000 in college scholarships in 2016. How about a round of applause? But as Jack said, the more we grow, the more good work we can do, the more it means we have to rely on the 100% volunteer-funded contributions that make this chapter's efforts possible. I want to recognize, as our last activity tonight, the folks who have stepped up this year with $10,000 and more in contributions to this chapter. These are the people who quite literally make it possible to bring you the participants you've seen tonight. Itheris and Ben Hankins, Altria, American Electric Power, Tony Kavanaugh, Bass, Berry and Sims, Thad McBride, Cushman and Wakefield, Malcolm Marshall, Clark Construction, Alex Kirtley, the Clark Winchell Foundation, Comcast, NBC Universal, Ernst & Young, Federal Express, Catherine Rand, Goodyear Tire and Rubber, Cody Holdings, Lincoln Property Company, Paul Price, MGM Resorts, Warner Ross, Nike, Jesse McCollum, NSSGA, led by some guy named Mike Johnson, Perfect Sense Digital, David Yang, Siler Partners, Rohit Kishore, Scansco, Rob Ward, Southern Company, Brian Anderson, the First Tee Congressional Challenge, led by none other than Dan Tate, and the Jonathan Wiles Memorial Golf Tournament, Dave and Kathy Wiles. Let's give them all a monster round of applause. And as promised, it's time for first pitch, and that concludes our program for the evening. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for being here. We hope to see all of you next year, and we're good friends.